folks, and welcome to a new game for us. This is Factorio. This is a game that I used to play a whole bunch of. I was never very good at it, but I loved it. It's a really fun game. It's right in the same alley of a lot of the other games on this channel. It's super fun. Now, I don't like playing with these little bug guys. I'm gonna just play with the enemies turned off because it's a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to deal with. And as you can see, there's a lot that you can get into in this game. And I've never even reached the point where we have drones or any of that stuff. So I don't want to deal with that too much. I just kind of want to go through and build stuff and see what we can do. I have no idea how long we'll continue, but I just don't want enemies to go through and wreck everything. And I'm just not good at it. So let's go ahead and start a new game. We're just going to go into free play and hit next. And then we'll leave all of that stuff as is. The terrain, I don't care about the enemies. We're going to turn off enemy bases. And we're going to keep all of that stuff as is. So I don't have to worry about any of that. I also don't know what a lot of that stuff does, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to leave all of that as is. One of the cool things about this game is there's not a lot of resources in the traditional sense. We have iron ore, copper, stone, coal, uranium, and crude oil. And you can build a whole lot of interesting things out of there as you look at the madness going on behind the screen. But let's go ahead and hit play. And basically, we're on a crashed spaceship here. And there it is. And there's us. And we're going to have to go in and do some things. Now, I don't remember how to play this game at all. So we got that. Let's go over here, see what we can do. And if we hold right-click on it, I think we can gather some resources. There we go. And it looks like fires are slowly going out on some of these other pieces, so we can gather up the items that they have. But you can see that we are slowly gathering up resources to do various things with. Basically, we are a person. We need to make machines that will make other machines that then make more machines. And I think the purpose or the goal at the end of the game, and again, I don't know if this is the case or not, is that you get on a rocket ship and leave the current planet. So you have to rebuild everything to get to a place where you can fly away from things. I think. I'm not positive. But that's fine. We'll figure it out here. So as I zoom on out, and you can see we get pretty far zoomed out, and we have a map here. We can see what we have. So there's some trees down here that we definitely need. There's some iron ore, some coal, some copper, and stone. So this is going to be a really good starting spot for us because it has a lot of the early game stuff there. Again, I have not played this game in an incredibly long amount of time, so I'm going to do almost everything wrong. So if I'm doing stuff wrong, just let me know because I am and will continue to do things wrong repeatedly through this game. But let's go through. We're just going to clear out some space and also gather up some wood that we need for some various items here. There we go. All right. And then I guess, how do I build? B? Nope. Game blueprints, my blueprints. Nope. We're just going to go through the buttons. There it is. It's E is to build. So I have a burning mining drill, we have stone furnace, and we have some wood. Okay, so we're gonna build one of these, and I'm just gonna put some of this stuff down in the kind of the quick spot, just so that we have access to them a little more quickly here. And what do we want to build first? I think we're gonna try to just grab some coal here first. So we'll do that. And then we don't have any fuel, so we're just going to slowly go through here. And this is a game that you actually don't have unlimited resources for. Unlike Minestry, when you kind of have your spot, you're good. Not so in Minestry. Factorio. Take a look on the right-hand side here. It has the coal, the amount, and every time I gather up a coal, it goes away. So we started with 615 or 616, and we're now down to 606. This is not the best way to gather up resources, so we're going to click on that, and we're just going to drag that coal over into there. And then it's going to output coal for us. But we do need to build somewhere for it to go. And I am going to take that and put it down here. So we at least have a spot where that coal is going. Good for us. Yay us. Alright, so when I click on that box now, coal should be coming out into there. And as we take a look at the various items that we can do and build, we have to kind of just search through. I'm not worried about weapons because we turned all the bad guys off. Here's some other resources. Let's see, I don't want a boiler or any of that. I want to have another one of these. And I need to get iron wheels in order for that to happen. In order for that to happen, I need to have some plate. You see I'm missing one. So we're going to go over here. Let's see, where do I want to go? Well, let's first put this guy in there, which we don't need anything from that quite yet. But we're going to grab this. And we're just going to throw it into the fuel area there. That one as well, just so it's there. And then we can gather up some of this iron ore. We'll throw it into the furnace, and then the furnace should, if we did everything right, be able to make better things for us. We'll find out if that's the case or not here. I'm going to try to just gather up 10 iron ore, and then we'll throw it into the furnace, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's lots of... there's a reason why I've stayed away from this game for as long as I've had. I've owned this game for a very long time, and I deeply, deeply love this game. The problem I have with this game is when I get started on it, I do not want to stop. So that's kind of why I've avoided it until now, but it's time to get in here. Alright, so we have all of that going. Let's go over here now, and what do I need to... Oh, I still need raw materials. I still need to have some... because it's a furnace burning item, we need to be able to have some stone so we can make like a place where we can burn things. So let's go over and grab some stone here. And we'll gather up what's, I think it said we need 5 of those, so we'll go through and get those, and we'll see exactly what that all entails for us here. But maybe I'll gather up 10 just so we have some backups. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Alright, we got that. So let's jump back over here. I don't think there's a way to run faster. If I'm wrong about that, which I probably am, just let me know. But we're going to go over here. We are going to hopefully... Well, let's grab up this, and we'll put that with our current stuff there. Cool. And E, we can build 2 of these. Fantastic. Alright. And we got all of that stuff. So we'll get this... Or hold on. Let's deconstruct this. Which I like about that is in this game, if you deconstruct stuff, you don't lose it. So that's a good thing. But we're going to immediately put that into there. And hopefully that will allow us to just run all of that stuff the way we want. Let's see, is this guy doing alright with fuel? Yeah, you're okay for right now. Alright. So this one, we're going to split it in half by right-clicking, put that in the fuel. This one, we're just going to throw all of that in there. And hopefully when it outputs something, we should see... There it goes. Perfect. And then I guess we should focus on getting a little bit more fuel in this bad boy, since that fuel is running out quickly. Alright, that's at least getting us started with some things. We should probably mine some of this stuff as well. And let's hit T for research, because there are a whole bunch of research tiers, as you can see here. And each item has its own layer of stuff. So if we take a look here at the automation option, there's a whole list of stuff that spawns from that. If we get steel processing, there's a whole list of stuff from that. If we get green beakers, we get a whole list of stuff from there. There's lots of things, and you can see exactly what they all need. So we need to get 10 of these red beakers. Looks like at a minimum. Oh, there's one that has 5. But yeah, we're going to need those. So if we go in and take a look at the red beakers and hover over it, we need to get copper plate and we need to get iron gears. And then we can hover over those things to see how we do that. Copper gears just come from iron plate, and copper plate just comes from the furnaces. Okay, that's not a big deal. And then we have our research labs that also require some of this stuff. Okay, not a big deal. Pretty easy. And I really want to get one of these inserters, but we're going to have to do some work to get there. So let's go over here, grab out all of the stuff that we've produced so far. This one we're going to grab all of this stuff that we've produced so far. And then we need another furnace if we have the building materials for it. Nope, we need some more stone for that. So we got to run all the way over to the stone area and gather that up. I may actually put a burner miner somewhere over here just to gather up stone for us, just so it's there and we don't have to mine ourselves for it. But right now we have other needs, so we'll go through and get kind of the basics of this setup. And then once we have that, we'll figure out exactly what we need to do. Alright, let's see here. Yep, we just needed that. Fantastic. Alright, let's go up over into our copper area. We'll throw that there. We'll throw you there. Take half of you and put you in that. And the other half is going to go right there. Alright. We got all of that stuff started, and hopefully we'll be okay. It's not a ton, but it's enough. And we are producing stuff, which is nice. Alright. So we're just kind of going to go back and forth a bit here and just try to gather up all the things that we may need to be successful here. So we'll get all of that stuff put in. That is doing its thing beautifully. And while that's all functioning, let's go gather up some of this stuff. So while we're kind of spinning our wheels a little bit here and just gathering up our beginning game resources, what should I be looking at doing here? I've never gone insanely far into this game because the complexity of this game gets to be a lot down the road here. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do, and I don't know if I'm going to or not. The other things I need to do is I really do need to get some power set up here at some point, but I want to unleash some of the other things that we can do first before we get kind of that rolling. So I'll explain that more later if you're new to this game. I don't know how long Factorio's been around, but it's awesome. It's a really, really fun game. Just a very enjoyable game to play and to work with and do all of the things. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And what's nice here is we do have trees, so we have lumber that we can use as our fuel if we wanted to as well. It doesn't last as long as some of the other things, but it does work. So we'll get all of this stuff cleared out of here. Not that it's really necessary, but we'll put that in there. R to rotate. Throw you in there. And then we're going to use half of that there. And the other half is going to go onto that one. I guess we don't actually need to make that yet. We could just have that output into... Actually, yeah. No, I don't need this. My bad. I'm just kidding. JK LOL. Alright, let me just put a chest there. Just so that stuff will go in there. And we'll let that burn up and do its thing. Alright. So we got all of that's doing wonderful. Alright, and then we just... Uh-oh, see? He's out of fuel. So I need to get him some fuel to keep going here. Put that in there. And we'll keep going with all of that. We got lots of this stuff ready to roll. Okay, cool. So let's go in here and take a look and see what we have. We can actually get some electric miners. We have enough stuff to do that, but we need to have electricity first. So I don't know if it's smarter to set up that yet, or if we should start doing other things. But in either case, I'd like to get rolling here with some of this stuff. So I think we're going to go with our power right now. So we're going to need a boiler, we're going to need a steam engine, and we're going to need an offshore pump. We may need some pipes and stuff, but that's all stuff that we can deal with later. And then we're going to need a bunch of that stuff. And you can right click on them and it makes 5 at a time. I believe there's a way to upgrade that as well, but I don't know what that is. So I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Well, let's go all the way over here. Actually, no. Let's get some... what do I need first? I just need some copper here, or not copper, coal. We need some coal in order to get all of this stuff kind of rolling to begin with. I want to make sure we have at least some energy source. Because eventually we're going to make a big conveyor belt that's going to go out to the water area here on the right-hand side of the map. And that will hopefully allow us to have easy access to power. But we'll find out more here in just a moment. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of you. And I'm hoping I can set it up right here and don't have to go over to that larger area of water. Alright, so let's go in here. We got our pump situation, which it gives you little yellow markers of where you can put them. I'm going to put that one right there once I get over to it. Okay, then that's going to flow into a boiler. Oh, it has to go into a pipe, I guess, first. And then that's going to go into a boiler. Maybe not. Is it going to go into the steam engine? I don't know what order they need to go in. Yeah, it needs to go into this first. Oh, okay. I'm looking at it the wrong way. All right, so water should be going in that side, and then we're going to output to this boiler right there. Okay. Then we can use our power here. to head out and away. And we don't have a lot of power that we can use right now. I'm just trying to... And it's going to take a little while to build all this out, but we'll get there. Do, 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 do. And as we're placing all this stuff in, I'm sure some of you are screaming at your screens, wondering what the heck I'm doing. And then the answer is I don't really know what I'm doing. Just trying stuff out and seeing how good and or bad of a job I can do for the various things we have here. But I want to make sure we get power over to a lot of these areas because we're going to need it here sooner rather than later. Okay. How do I unselect things? Okay. I got it. I don't want to have that anymore. Okay. Alright, so we have that. Conveyor belts. We don't have a lot for that, so let's take a look here and see what we have. Cool. Now we can get more in the way of conveyor belts. And those conveyor belts I definitely want to have on my list here because we're going to have them. They're going to be a pretty important part of what we need to do here. So that didn't do a whole lot for us. We're getting more slowly but surely, but we're going to need a lot more to get all the way out there, which is fine. Alright, so we're going to leave that be for now, I guess. What do I need for more? Just iron plate. Okay. So we're going to need to automate that process a little bit as well. One of the ways that you can play this game is... Well, let's back up here. I'm going to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I do not want to spend time in building a big area that has just coal-based stuff. Like I could build a bunch of these and have them output to a spot and have them do their thing. That's not what I want to do. I want to have it be electric as quickly as possible. It just makes life easier for lots of things in this game, I think. At least from what I remember, it makes life a whole lot easier for lots of things to just play it easier and to just kind of be able to do some of the more non-coal things. If I can get electricity set up faster, it's going to help us out a whole lot more. But this guy's done for right now, but that's totally fine. That one just needs a little fuel. All right, let's see here. What can I can give you some of that for fuel. This one is chugging away beautifully. Okay. And you can see we have a long ways to go before we reach anything over here. And we need fuel for that as well. So our idea here, once we get rolling, is I want to get one of these guys. And they allow you to take this stuff and put it into the machines. So we're going to have this roll, basically the coal's going to go and come out to around here. And then we'll have a machine automatically place that in so that they kind of self-sustain each other. We will have to go to the other side of this stuff. To do that, I may erase all of this and have it go up to begin with. Let's just get rid of that and reset for that eventuality here. I'm going to have to get rid of all of it. Okay, no worries. Alright, let's see here. I'm happier with that. Oh, I want to take all of it. I have a bad habit of right-clicking on stuff. Alright, and I'm going to try to just mine some of this stuff. Not because I want to, but because I can use that to throw into there. Because the coal miners are really slow compared to the ones you get a little down the road here. Kind of like Industry, where you start off with your regular one, and then you get to pneumatic, and you're like, wow, this is so much better. And then you get air blast, and you're like, oh man. And then you get laser, and you're like, woo. So we have those type of considerations that we need to make here. We can see at least we're trying to build up a little stash here. You can see that it goes, but it's not perfect. So yeah, I want to make sure we can serve all of these goals as best as possible. All right, we're not anywhere close to even halfway to that yet. I guess we're about halfway. But let's go ahead and collect some more of our copper plate, and let's get some electronic ones on there, and hopefully we'll be able to use those to get us started. But I want to use that 43 coal that we just got, and that's going to go to helping us get some of this other stuff set up. So let's see, I can get 2 of those, and then in the mining world, where are you miners? There, what do I need? Alright, I just need some more of this. And what else? Still need more, okay. And then we need some more of that too, okay. Actually, let me go down here and get the copper. And make sure that we can do something with that. So I'm going to use half of that to keep that thing rolling. We have lots of copper plate to us. Beautiful. And the lighting effects in here are really nice. Like, I like the fire. I like that it's there, but if you look away, it's kind of this nice little glow to it. It's very... I really dig the art style in this game. Some of it is a little strange sometimes, but overall I really dig it. Alright, so we have that happening. And I need to make sure we get power down to it. So do something like that, I guess. And then I can get this electronic one, like so. And you can see that it's out, it doesn't have power. So we're going to go supply that bad boy with some power. And then we're going to have to supply it with some of ways to get this. But hopefully we can at least get the process started here. So let's see, can I... Yep, I can do that, cool. Alright, so you can see there's a little like long arrow and then arrow pointing. So the long arrow is where it's going to be loading stuff from, and then the or the long rectangle is where it's loading it from, and the arrow is where it's going. So I can bring resources in right there, and it will put them out like so. Okay, so it's gonna look something like that, and then I'll have it curved down. We just need to have the capacity to build more. I should put oil in, or coal in that, but I do want to make sure that maybe, just maybe, we'll have enough sooner rather than later. And I probably should just be building more of this stuff and just being able to blast out a whole bunch of it and then get rid of it. But I don't want to. I want to do more. You know, let's see, is that still... Yeah, see, it runs out, so, like... I am going to just try to load up on iron ore here and just make sure that thing can blast out all of the things that we need to have. But unlike Minestry, if I were just to run one of these conveyor belts into something, it's not going to absorb it. You have to have robots pick up, or robotic arms pick up the stuff and kind of drop them off onto wherever it's at. So it's a little different in that sense. Nothing wrong with that, just... different way of doing it, and I love and hate that, because you can be very purposeful with how you have your materials routed based on everything. Like if you've watched any of my Minestry videos, you know that I always try to put belts really close together, and sometimes they touch other things and output things onto belts that I don't want them to. That's not a concern in this one, because it doesn't happen, because the game's not set up that way. Alright, so we have that now. Can do 5 more of those. You can see we're up to 28 of them, which is a better number than we've had so far. We're going to blast through all of that stuff, but we're not far away from getting us going. All right, let's just see what happens here. So I'm going to click on that. We're going to just put half of it in there. And you can see everything starts moving, and it's super cool. I don't know why it's saying that doesn't have power, because it should... Oh, idiot. I put that one thing in the spot where it can't go. Or where it doesn't have any power whatsoever. Okay, now it has power. Ah! Alright, so now it's producing, and if we go back to our line here, eventually we should see little black pieces of coal coming down this line if we did everything. There they are, look! See? It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Again, it's been a very long time since I've played this game. I have not played this game with fidelity in a very long time, so I'm trying to remember all of the things, and it's a lot, because this game is incredibly detailed. But you can see how, unlike Industry, where you have one belt and things kind of just go on it, there are actually two sides to the belt here. So you can saturate one half of the belt, and the other half of the belt can be completely open, and you can split them off and reroute them and do all kinds of cool stuff with them, depending on kind of how you want to run your... is it factory? I don't know what exactly we're going to call what we're making here, but there's lots of ways to build different things in this game. Alright, so we're doing just fine. How we doing coal-wise? Coal-wise. This one's no longer needs that. So we're just going to add our coal onto there. Make sure these guys get maxed out. There we go. Alright. Get more of those, and we're just going to keep... It's not really a necessary thing to do all the time, but I just want to make sure that we have this thing ready to rock and roll as fast as possible. And I mean, what I love about this game is it's like a weird mix of base building and fighting when you turn the bad guys on, which I don't because I suck at it. It's a weird mix of all of these automation factory games, but with bad guys, and it's just a really neat kind of take on the genre. So you can see that we're getting closer to there. We're probably going to need another 30 or 40, and then it'll wrap in there, and then we'll have all of our stuff. And let's see how we're doing coal-wise here. So we're just going to feed it some more. Not that we have any concerns. We're generating 900 kilowatts, and we're using basically none of it. Or we're using 90 of the 900 that we have. So we have a 900 available, and our power output is 90 kilowatts, and that's just because that's the only thing that we're drawing right now is a little bit of power to mine out the coal. We're going to have to massively expand that here in a little while, but we'll deal with that when we get to there. But what I really want to do is get all of this stuff started in a more meaningful way, so it's easily mined and we're doing all of the things. So we're just going to spend a little more time going through and getting all this stuff set up. And then if you think I'm doing a terrible job, tell me how I can fix it, and I'll do my best to do so. But I'm happy with where we're at right now. Just need to come up with a better plan here for the near future, especially once we start getting, like right now we're only drilling very little things. I want to drill a whole lot more and get all that stuff set up. It's just going to be a little bit of effort to figure out how we want to do that. But we got lots of this. We'll just continue to add on to there. And eventually all those resources like gears and circuit boards and all that stuff, you can just have that stuff automatically be made in different factories. You just got to feed them with the right things and you can have them do their thing. So we have 26 of these right now. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. But once we have that in place, we'll have self-sustaining power, and then we can start kind of using our resources for other things. Because right now we're a little stuck in what we have to use our resources for, and we'll be able to do a whole lot more here very, very shortly. So as we're kind of just mining out stuff, waiting for us to get enough resources to finish out this belt and have our power stuff set up. First off, have you played this game before? If so, what should I be doing? What should I be focusing on? I know I need to set up research and all that stuff, but I want to make sure I approach this game maybe a little more carefully than I did some of my other series where I just kind of went in and did it. This is a game I've played before, so I'm familiar with kind of some of the mechanics, but not all of them. And I need to get better familiarized with how to play this game, quote-unquote, right, because I don't know how to do that. So, yeah, I'd love to know how to do some of this a little better. Ooh, we're out of coal down there, so I'm gonna go up here and grab some coal, and we'll put it down with that. And I guess we should check our stone as well and see if we need any of that. Though we don't really need to do that. Oh, look at that. Half, half, and there we go. In your storage, you're only able to store up to 100 of each item. So there's that, and then I'm just gonna hopefully grab the last of this that will allow us to complete it off. We have 16 right now, which I believe is enough to do this, but I want to make sure we have enough to do it. So we'll do that. And then let's go on a little journey. Dumpty dumpty dum. Oh yeah, we're gonna easily be able to finish that off. There we go. Okay. Now, oh, it's on the wrong side, isn't it? Poop. Okay. So that's one of the things you need to know about this game is that depending on how you do things, the routing of everything matters. The things are only able to pick up from certain ends. Like that should work. I'm not sure why that's not working right now. Is it just because we don't need? So if I steal this out of there, there we go. Okay, now it's working. See? It's going through doing its thing. It's grabbing it, and it's basically keeping 5 in there at all times. Okay, cool. And what's nice about this is we can always split these belts out and feed this area. We also have a huge water area over there if we need it. But now we're going to be able to do a little bit more. We have our initial power situation handled, I think. We see that we're not using up tons of stuff to do that, and now we can go in and start doing some of the other things that we need to do. Alright, so we have tons of copper, especially copper plate. We need to get more of this, and then we should be able to build... oh, we can only do one, okay. Alright, but let's go ahead and take a look here. Because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to be able to get coal into these while also feeding them with other stuff. So you can see how everything's on one belt. We're going to have to make sure that we maintain that single belt for everything. So that I want to come... Is there a way to get that off of there? Alright, I'm just going to put that there for right now since that's what we're going to build. But we're going to do that. And then do we have splitters or anything else yet? No, okay. So we go into T and research. We can go to the belts here. You can see that that's going to open up logistics, which is going to unlock lots of things for us that we are going to need to do. So that's going to be a little bit of work to get there, which we will. Just a matter of time. And let's see, what else do we need? So these electronic ones require just crazy amounts of plates. So hopefully we'll get there with that. There we go. And we should have access. There we go. Alright, and then that guy is going to go... Let's have it go right there for now. Then we're going to feed that down this way, and then we're going to put, well, let's see. I want to have that, and it's going to feed that. Okay, I think that will work, and then we're going to have that output to a box once we build one. Alright, and then I guess I should put these down there. That and that. There we go. And then I'll throw the coal in there for right now. And we should at least have this thing started up, doing its thing, and when they finish, they'll take it out automatically and store it there for us, which is a little easier to access one spot as opposed to continually having to go back and do this. So what I'm hoping is I can just build these up all on one side, and then this we can split out and have it feed the other side. So we go over here. Alright, that's all there. Alright, What do we want to do next? So I'm happy with all that. Let's see. So I'm going to research 5 of the, or 15 of those, mainly because I want to unlock logistics, which is a total of 15 of those. So I'll start that research, and I guess we also need to build a research building here. So what do I need? I need a lot more plate. Okay. What we can also see what's happening right now is that we're having a backlog. So that means we can actually get another one of these if we want it. And I need some more of the electronic. I need 2 of those. I need a box. And while those are building, you can see all the built stuff will happen down on the bottom side. We can grab some of this. We'll place that in there. This is going to come to us. Fantastic. Oh, we're in a big backlog because you see all the things being made. Right now, we're just making the 5 of the these guys, which is our last 5, so it should go pretty quick. And then once we have that, we'll get into the next steps here. But we start being able to really like kind of stack the benefits of some of this stuff when you have the ability to do multiple pieces of it all at once. So that's kind of the goal here, is that we can stack up some of our items and really go bananas here. All right, so we have that, so we can go here, and we'll go there, and then we'll go there. And now we have these guys rolling through doing lots of stuff. They're all still right now fed just with what we have there, but hopefully we'll be able to have those reach out and get longer things sooner rather than later. All right, so let's go see if we can do, yes we can. Then once these guys are kind of done their run of stuff, we'll probably end with that, and because these are outputting double what that one is without any problems. All right, and then our research center is just built, so we'll go E, build our research building. Oh, I didn't want to build another one, I just wanted to build that one. Okay, whatever, not a big deal. All right, we're just gonna put that there for now because it doesn't really matter, and all we're gonna do is take these and place them right on there. You can see how many different layers go into this, and it's using up power, but we're okay. So far, we're putting out 900 total. And there's tons of different views, so you can go in here and do production stats and see what's happened over the last, with all the items, with fluids, buildings, pollution, any kills, which I don't have any of those. We can get any bonuses, so I haven't done anything with that yet. Tips and tricks, you can do trains, which you don't have any of those, achievements, and then the blueprint library, which again, you can do very much like Mindustry. I just don't have any of that stuff yet. So we're going through researching. You can see that we're at 12% research, 13 now, and slowly moving through that. And what I'm really excited about right now is that our output for this stuff is through the roof compared to where it was just a little while ago. So we're doing the work we need to for this. Just gonna load the rest of that in there just so I have it. Our copper, are we out? Oh no, you know what it is? Once it gets to 100, you can't do anything. We still have all of this stuff, has plenty of things in it. It's just full, so we can't do anything else. All right. And you can see that our power source here is using up all of that power. It's coming down here, and we have pollution kind of flowing through. All right. So we'll get the last little bits of this. Then I need to see what I want to build, because I don't know. Alright, well, let's wait for our logistics to get a little farther along. What I'm hoping with the logistics is that we can split off this stuff and have it dump in here, so we have both of those being basically forever fed with what we need. These guys are doing a great job of what we need. And you can see we're quickly coming up on filling up this one. So basically, once this belt gets totally full of coal, we've used half of that belt's capacity because, again, there's 2 sides to that belt. These guys are going through and using up a good amount of what we have there, and I'm pretty happy with where we're at just to begin with right now, but we're going in, trying to gather up all of our resources, and there are better ways to do this, I'm sure, but I'm trying to relearn how to do all of the things with this game, so please bear with me as we do that. But we want to move through our research here. I'm going to try to, what do I want to do? I think we're going to grab another couple of these. And I'm going to go grab some stone so we get some more furnaces. Because like we're doing that up here, I should probably do that with the copper as well. So we'll go in and get some more of that and hopefully we'll be okay. How much is in here? Oh, we got tons. It's fine. We don't need to give that more fuel right now. We'll give it a little more fuel just because we have it, but it's not really necessary. And then get a whole bunch more furnaces. And we're just going to put like 3 of those on there. We'll grab this and get more of those. That's all going to come out going that way. And we have more coming. And basically what I'm thinking of doing is eventually we're going to have another one here. We'll have that loop over and down to join that part. And then we can do our production stuff over here. So what else do I need? That means I need to have like a bunch of those guys. And for us right now, I need to have a bunch of these wooden chests. Mainly because iron chests are just too expensive for us right now. So we're going to go in, chop down some more trees. And there doesn't seem to be any correlation to the size of the tree in the game's visuals to what it actually outputs. They all output 4. Alright, that's more than enough. So we'll do that. See, there's a nice little glow, especially when we start getting more. Up, you're out of coal. Oh, no, you're not out of coal. You're just slowing down on that front. Okay. But let's go in here. So, 1, 2, 3 is where we're going to start at least. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to output 1, 2, 3. That's all going to get put onto a little belt. And then we'll have that output to there, going into that. Okay. That was a really complicated way of saying that we will get all this done. Alright, let's see here. So boom, and boom, boom, and boom. And then we're just going to carry that up, I guess, until we get to our main electricity line. Alright, we still need to get power down to this area. Like so. And then I need to get coal to those guys, which we will have to do here shortly. But man, oh man, we are pumping out this stuff. I love it. Alright, so we have coal here. Yeah, we do. Alright. Our logistics have slowed down quite a bit. Not sure why. There we go. Now we got a plate being made. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. And why did we stop here? What do we still need? Alright, I guess we're gonna research some more of these. And see what that brings us. And hopefully it'll bring us the stuff we need to be able to move forward. I don't know. But I dig all what's going on. I just need to get some more of everything. But really I need to get more these guys in there. Let's go. We have at least 5 of those done, so let's go see what we have here. Okay, research is moving back along now. That's what I wanted. Once we get all those red ones set up, I want to get another source for this because it's not drilling very fast and these guys are kind of dying out. And then we need to get a splitter, hopefully, to be able to dump so that those are always fed with coal. And then we need to do the same thing for our copper line as well. Alright, so we'll put that in there too. Up to 85%. I mean, everything looks fine right now. Like, I have no concerns about where we're at. This is outputting stuff very quickly, which I love. And let's go take a look at our power situation, just make sure that we're okay, that we don't need to produce more. There are multiple ways to produce more. Let's talk about those real fast. So basically, I could throw another one of these boilers and just kind of keep them going in line as long as we have enough water going in. It's pumping right now 12 per second. It's capable of 1200. This bad boy is consuming 12 when it's capable of 60. Ooh, we got it finished. So we finished our logistics there. Beautiful. All right, let's go see what we want to start now. Let's start automation. All right, or these steam engines, you can add another steam engine in row there. You see how there's like down here, there's the different arrows, the different color arrows. So steam is coming out of there. We can continue that steam and you can produce more stuff. But right now it's not consuming as much as what we need, so that's good. We're only outputting roughly about half of what we need to, so we're in good shape when it comes to that. Let's go in. Let's go to E and see if we got new stuff. We did. There's our splitter, baby, and then we also have an underground belt. But I want the splitter. That's what I'm most interested in. And we can kind of look and see how that works here in just a moment. Alright, so we have our splitter. And the idea here is that I can take something like that. Let's have it come straight out first. And then go down. And it's just going to output onto there. And I'm hoping that these guys can reach that. They probably don't need it yet because we have coal for days in here. But I'm going to like steal the coal and see. Oh, yep, see, it self-feeds. That's what we're looking for. It self-does everything. That's what I want. It's not automation per se, but it's less work. We don't have to worry about feeding those. What we do need to worry about is making sure we have enough of those resources rolling into that thing so that we can get it to produce what we want. So I'm going to put another one of these down here. Then I'm going to need to build more of those. Put that back. We just basically need to have that go up and over. There we go. Okay. That should at least allow this line to continue and produce more. More closely in line with our other one, which is our bad boy all the way over here. Now what we need to do is I want to make sure we can feed that whole enterprise down there with some coal as well. So I'm going to grab some power. Guess I need to get closer so I can get said power, but we'll get some power. I'm trying to stay out of the resource areas. I don't know if that really matters, but I'd rather just deal with that. There we go. Alright, we're going to use up a ton of resources to get those belts because that's far. So we're going to bring it down and over. I'm probably going to have to just try to see where I can skirt the, like right there. There doesn't work. Okay, so that's going to be where we want to be for all of that. And we'll bring that in, and once we get more, which we are quickly doing, we'll be able to dump that in, and then we have a self-sustaining spot there as well. There we go. Okay. So that should be going. All of those guys are doing their thing, moving down, and then we'll have these guys going in there doing their thing. And look at this. Oh yeah. We just need more. And what I really think I'm going to do here is not have two boxes that they're dumping stuff out onto. It's just too much. We'll just have the one. Alright, so let's get rid of these guys because we don't need them anymore. Let's build some robots to help us out here. So we'll do that, and then we can have all of that output over there and just go into one of these boxes. I think that will be just fine. And then we just need a little bit of power to make sure all of that works the way that it should. There we go. And you see that they'll just pile them on the ground, so then we can just take them and do that. And this bad boy is not going to be fast enough to keep up with all of the things. So we'll probably put another one, not that, probably put another one over here. Just to help out, so that we at least have a centralized spot where all that stuff's going. And I might just add on one more to help ensure that all of that is done. But you can see even two of them are kind of having a little trouble keeping up, especially because we're not running full bore right now. We have a shortage going in here, so as soon as this stuff picks up, hopefully we'll be able to do a whole lot more. And we have another switcher here, or in our storage area, so I'm going to put it over here. And the idea here is that we can feed this off of itself. So it's going to go here, and if that one's full, it's going to switch over, and then we dump it directly onto the other side. So we basically double our capacity for that, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm going to, let's see, should I continue doing this? Sure, why not? Keep that going, doing its thing, and you can see that we are moving through, doing our things. We do need to make sure we continue to research. So we'll do that, and I think that's a good stopping point for today. We'll come back next time and see what else we can do, but there's a lot of automation that we need to do. We're 49% of the way towards getting to that goal, and then hopefully we'll be able to do just a whole lot of more cool stuff. But that's going to be a problem for next time. Folks, thanks so much for joining me for Factorio. Let me know what I can do differently and what you'd like to see, and I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.